In this video, we're going to take a look at Oxygen app. It is a plugin for WordPress that allows you to build an entire website and you don't even need a theme. Hi, my name is Adam from WPCrafter.com, where I make WordPress videos for non-technical people. And if you enjoy the content in this video, please consider clicking on the subscribe button. If you like video notifications, there's a bell off to the right of that. You can click on that and YouTube will let you know when I have a new video for you, just for you. So this actually going to be an interesting review because this is a WordPress channel for non-technical people, and I'm actually gonna review a technical product. Now, people have been asking me to review it. Actually, here, let me pull it up on the screen right here. This is it, OxygenApp.com. I'll have a link down below, of course. And this popped up, I think maybe might have come out early 2017. And if you are ever on Facebook, I'm sure, and if you're in any WordPress Facebook group, I'm sure you might have seen an advertisement in your news feed on Facebook. I certainly have, and I've had maybe about 5 or 10 people ask me about this product. So it's something that I definitely wanted to review. But about a month ago, or maybe like 3 weeks ago, the maker, developer, guy that runs the company that makes this reached out to me and offered to pay me to write, or not to write, to record a review video and actually review this. And just so you know, I have never taken a penny from anyone to create a review. And that's because I believe if I take any money, and I know this to be true when I'm looking at reviews, the minute you take a penny from someone, you're gonna naturally feel obligated. It's going to influence your opinion. It's going to influence how good, bad, strong, or harsh you are on a product. And I don't want that. I want to avoid that. I would maybe allow myself to make a tutorial if someone paid me for that, and I've never solicited that, but I don't think I would ever take any money to do a review video. And that's one of the things I noticed with this. Right about the time I was contacted, I noticed several blogs and a couple videos came out reviewing it. But if you consume any of those reviews, you'll realize that they're not reviews at all. They're just someone showing you how to do it. No one's taken a position. No one's saying who this is for, who this is not for, and giving you some of the negatives with it. And I want to be able to be that guy that can say those things and not feel obligated to say nice things. So even though I was approached and I could have made several $100s to make this video, I'm not going to do that. I'm not taking a penny to make this video, and I'm just giving you my review straight up. And I just wanted to throw that out there, just to know I feel like I have integrity in my reviews. And that's not to say when you take money to review something that you're not going to have integrity with it. I'm just saying that you got to really watch out for that. I've seen that a lot. When people take money, they tend to say nothing but positive things. So I'm going to say some positive and some negative things about this product, and I want to be able to do that for you. So there are some things on the homepage that I think a little on the misleading side. So Oxygen is new. It says that. Easier way to design WordPress websites. I think I have an issue with that statement right there, because it's definitely not an easier way to design a website. Now, I've never seen anyone make a product and say Oxygen is new, a harder way to design WordPress websites. I've never actually seen, I don't think anyone would put that in their marketing. However, I think that they should change this headline. I don't think it should say it's easier, because it's definitely not easier. And people want to buy easy. This is not easy. You're buying flexibility. You're buying power, but you're not buying easy with this. You're buying harder. So it's a little misleading, but there, you scroll down and you see what this does. Then you're going to realize, okay, it's probably not that easy. It doesn't look easy, but I really think that they should change this. I 100% think that they should change this. So anyways, let me tell you what it is. It's a plugin you're going to install. It's not a theme. And then it doesn't matter what theme you have, because it kind of takes over control. You're going to be able to create headers and footers, and they can be displayed on a page-by-page basis, which is actually really cool. And you can also design that content area as well using this. So it kind of has page builder functionality in it, and that's actually kind of neat as well if you want to use this instead of using a page builder. Now I can explain later the difference between the two in the experience. Another thing you can do that's very powerful in this is you can create all kinds of different page and post templates. So it does a lot of these things, and it's going to allow you to do a lot of these things that people really want to have control over. Typically with your WordPress theme, it makes your header and footer, and you might not like the way it looks. You might want some more flexibility, and Oxygen will deliver that. In fact, you can actually use this if you wanted to use Elementor or Page Builder, or I'm sorry, Beaver Builder, or any kind of page builder with the Oxygen, and just use Oxygen to make headers and footers and other elements that you might want. You can actually do that, and they even have some good documentation on that. One of the nice things here is they have created some of these elements or components for you. So here is their library of components that you can just drag. You actually don't drag and drop, and I'll show you that in a minute. There's actually no dragging and dropping in this, and I'll show you what that means. But you have very beautiful page templates here. I mean, they have made some beautiful page templates here. I really like that a lot. Now, here's the thing. This is going to give you 100% control of everything that you're making. So this is not for a beginner, because if you're a beginner, you don't want 100% control. You want a lot of things done for you so that you don't have to think about it, or you want it very easy to figure out how to make these minor changes you want, making a font a different color or a different size, right? So with this tool, you're going to have total control. So this is like, I would think, someone that has a history or a preference of hand coding everything, HTML, CSS, and all that bit, and then they want to use WordPress. I think this would be a dream come true for that individual. So let's scroll down. There's also components, pre-designed headers and footers. I'm going to show you all that here in a moment. Everyone is switching to Oxygen. Okay, so this is the home page. Now, it's good to go to their footer. They've got a lot of resources on here if you're going to get this. And by the way, they are selling this for a phenomenal price. It's only $99, a lifetime license. Use it on unlimited sites. It's a deal. I mean, this is a deal considering it's not an annual license and it's under $100. So, okay, now what is really nice about their site is they have really good documentation. So if you're considering this, there's an option there to try it live, but then you also are going to want to go through some of this documentation. So you're definitely going to want to click right here where it says new, start here, and then there's also some good stuff here in the to-dos. I know for me, when I first launched it and I was going through my initial round of testing, I was lost, you know, and I didn't even know what the heck was going on, and I had to come here, and then I did a little bit of reading, slowed down a little bit, and realized how to do certain things, and it was not that hard. And I will say, over time using it, I have seemed to like it a little bit more. Now, here's a couple negatives when you're trying to use the, I guess, the builder component functionality. You have to use a Chrome web browser. If you're using anything other than Chrome, you're gonna get a warning that says, you know, you can view the website that you make on any browser, but the builder portion, you should be using Chrome. So I had to switch to Chrome, and then it just took me a little bit of getting used to. So you're going to definitely want to come here and check it out. I mean, this really does some powerful things, although I think it's a little late to the party. Okay, so here it is. Now, I made that cardinal mistake, you know, where you download a plugin and you upload it to your themes or vice versa. I did that, so I downloaded it. I like to just jump in and see if I can figure something out as I go along. Well, I couldn't with this one. So I downloaded it. I just thought it was a theme. I would upload it to my themes because you're building all these theme components, but it's not. It's actually a plugin. So when I went to add it to the themes area, I got that warning, and I immediately knew it was a plugin. So I just have the default installation and a default theme here. Now, when you activate it, it's going to go ahead and put this new menu item here with these 4 options. Now, some plugins you can just download. You don't have to pop your license in and everything works. That's not the case with Oxygen. You really have to put your license code in, because if you don't, a lot of those pre-designed components, you're not even going to get these component options. So that was another problem I ran into. I was in there and I'm like, well, I don't see any pre-designed headers or footers or components or any of this stuff. And that's because I didn't put my license codes in. So definitely make sure you put your license codes in. Okay, so I went here and I already started playing around with it, and I created a header, I created a homepage layout, and I know I'm doing it actually a little on the wrong side here. So I thought we should just go ahead and maybe add a footer, and I'll show you how to do that. And then I'll show you some of the page template stuff. So let's take a look at the site now. Oops, that doesn't look good. That's because I wanted to show you the home page. Let me go to pages right here, and then I'm going to go and show you the home page so you can see some of the stuff I did, and I'll go backwards. So this right here is a header, and this was from one of their templates. I'm going to show you how I did that. And then this is one of their page templates right here. Now, when they show you, obviously, on their website, they're using the stock photography that they purchased, but they can't pass that on to you. So this was their law firm layout, and there was an attorney there. And you can scroll down. You can see it's a beautiful page. I mean, the designs are great. And I don't have a footer because I didn't put one in yet. So this is what my homepage looks like right now. Now, let's see. Okay, I know what I wanted to do. This is actually something that I know I'm going to get asked down below, and I know you might be wondering this. What happens when you disable Oxygen and want to use something different? What happens to your website? And I want to show you that because this is actually important. Now, there has been always this big hoopla over Divi, because Divi, the page builder, when you disable it, it leaves you with a bunch of shortcodes and you really can't do anything with it. And I get this question in all of my Beaver Builder and Elementor videos, people asking me the same thing. What happens when you disable it? What happens if you want to go into a different direction? And with Elementor, you disable it, your stuff's there. Beaver Builder, you disable it, your stuff's there. And I know for a fact that Divi is working on a solution like that as well. So there's this more elegant transfer. Let me demonstrate this for you right here. So I'm going to go to the back end, and I just showed you that page that I created. I'm going to go ahead and deactivate Oxygen. I'm going to go to my home page. I'm going to click on refresh, and we can see what happens. Your stuff's gone. So if you're doing what I just did, you kind of lose a lot of that content, and it could be maybe because of the way I have done things here. So we'll figure that out all together. So let me reactivate it like this. And then it's activated. I'm going to go here and let's go ahead and create that footer template. Now, there might be better ways of doing this. This is what I would intuitively think. I'm going to go ahead, click on add new, and right here, I'm just going to name it footer. And then I'm going to choose this option, I guess header and footer. There's something, I think this is when you want to tie it into the header footer area of your theme or a reusable part. Let me just go ahead and choose reusable part. I'm going to click on publish, and then I'm going to be able to have this option now, edit footer in the visual editor. Now I'm going to go off the screen myself because I don't want you to miss any of the interface. Now, it's definitely a more complicated interface. Right here you see I'm starting with a blank slate. So the first thing you would do is on the top left here is click on add, and here is if I want to just manually drag and drop in some of these elements, but I'm going to go straight to these components, and here are those components that I showed you on the homepage of the Oxygen website. And also here are those design sets. There's not that many here, but let's see here. Here's those 3 design sets that they show you. When you click on it, you get a nice thumbnail image, but we're going for a footer. So I'm going to go to components. Let's see what they have for us in footers. So they have this nice little thumbnail image, I guess, of it right here. Now, here's what I was saying about this isn't drag and drop. I intuitively would think I can click on this and drag and drop it, but you can see that's not what it is. It's not a drag and drop builder. The same thing goes when you're actually building a page. If you want to move something from the bottom up a little bit, it's not drag and drop in that sense, but there is a kind of a way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and choose footer style 5. I'm going to click on the plus. We get the little spinning icon deal here, and then bam, right here it's putting together the footer. Now it's not showing me the logo, but that's okay. So you can actually click on anything in here and change it. Now it's important to note all of these links right here, they're not pulling from the native WordPress menu system. So I'm not able to go and create a new menu in WordPress that says company and then go right here and just select that. It doesn't work like that. This is all kind of manually put together. So I can't just click on it and change my menu, unfortunately. I think that would definitely make it easier managing it. So if I want to change anything, you literally, one of the nice things, and this is definitely has over Elementor and Beaver Builders, I can just double click on here and now I can start changing the text and I have the options here. I really like that. I don't know why more page builders don't have this kind of an inline editing thing right here, but I really like that. And the same thing goes for anything. You can click on this, you can change the link right here. There's so many things you could do, but one thing you'll notice immediately is there's a lot more technical mumbo jumbo on the display here that for a person that just wants to get a website up and doesn't want to have a master's degree in coding websites, this stuff's going to get a little on the complicated side right away. And that's why I definitely don't recommend this tool for people that don't have a desire to dig into the code. So there is that, but you get all these options. You can click on more and then you have more options right here, and you can really have the fine tuning opportunities to really have that full control. So I think that maybe they should change this instead of the easiest way, something to kind of talk about how this is a tool that gives you full control, something you do not get with page builders. I think they really got to get rid of this easier word right here, because it's definitely not easier. So as you can see, you have all these options to customize every aspect. Right here's the spacing around it. I mean, there's just full control over everything that you could want. So let me click that more option there. Now we can save this as a reusable deal. So if I click on this, it's going to reveal another menu here that pops out on the right, and we get something called a DOM tree. Now this is something, you see how it gets real technical right away. Most people don't know what the heck that means. Here's your style sheet. Here's some selectors as well. And then right here, so if I had different sections, they would all be listed out here, and this is where I would kind of rearrange it so you don't get that drag and drop there, but you do here, and I'll actually show you that in a moment. But what you do is you'd go here, you'd click on this, and you'd make it reusable and give it a name. So I'll just go ahead and name this my footer. Okay, I've put my name in. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK, and I've already saved this now as my footer, and it's a reusable deal there. So you can see how this is already getting a little on the technical side. Let me click on settings, and you can see you've got some more options here with the settings. So I'm going to go ahead and click on save and then back to WordPress, and it's going to kick me back. And now I've created this footer right here. So let's go ahead and go into pages, and I'm going to create a new page like this. I'm going to go to add new, and let's just name this, I don't know, let's call it the services page. Okay, there it is. I'm going to click on publish, and as soon as you publish a new page, this is what you get. You get this new meta box here that Oxygen is going to generate, and it gives you an option to use a template. So this is where you can use the templating system where you could add custom fields and link it in, and you can do some really nice stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead and click on custom design just for this page, and I'm going to click on create custom template. And then right now what it's doing is it's booting me back into this builder. So let's go ahead and use one of those reusable templates. I'm going to go ahead and click on add. I'm going to go to, I think it was a design set. I'm going to click on next pages, and let's go into maybe this agency one. Why not? And let's see if there's kind of a nice looking services one. I wonder if, okay, so we got these headers that are in there. So, okay, so let's see, I'm scrolling down to find something I like. It actually doesn't matter, so I'll just choose this one. I'll go ahead and click on plus, and it's going to go ahead and populate it. So this will actually be a better test. I don't know if the content when I disabled it, disappeared because I was using a template. So this one, I'm not using a template, although I'm not sure I was using a template on the other as well. Something tells me when you disable this plugin, you just lost all your stuff. Okay, so here we go. I have it in there. So first, let me show you that rearranging bit that I was showing you. So if you click on this little menu right there, here's our sections. We had the people box and we have the big title paragraphs. So say I wanted this people box to move up. I don't drag anything here. I would just go right here and I would drag it like that. And now it is up there. So you see how easy that was? So let me go ahead and put that back because it's going to definitely look better that way. Now what I'm going to want to do is pop in my header and my footer. So I'm going to go to reusable, and I created this thing. Actually, I guess I didn't need to, since I created the template as a reusable part, it put it here. I didn't actually need to then go and do it again. So I'm going to go ahead and put my footer in. So I'll put single like this, and it's going to go ahead and pop it in down here. Here is my footer. You saw how easy that was. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my header in. Now here's the thing. I made that header already. Here's the thing. I've got my header down here, and you can't drag and drop. So you got to go here. And you've got to know that this is the header because it doesn't say this is the header and it doesn't say that this is the footer. But that's not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and drag this up like that. And now when I scroll to the top, I have me a header up there. All right, and you can start changing things. You can double click here, start editing your text. You can do that on everything. You can change images, colors. There's so many different things you could do. So if I click here and I want to change the color of the text, let's see how we do that. I'm going to go and click on more, and I'm going to click on typography, and then here's my color. So I'm assuming I can just go like that, and there we are. I've changed it to blue. So and the more you use it, the more you get used to it. So it's not all that bad. You will get used to it. If this is the way that you want to build websites, you're gonna get used to it. So, and you have a lot of the standard things that you might want. You can duplicate items right here. You can trash can items right there as well. You just have full control over everything. And to a lot of people, they're going to want that. So you get that with this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on save. I'm going to go back to WP, and let's see what this looks like on the front end now. And there we go. I've got my header right here with the buttons, and I have that content, and I've got my footer right there. This would probably look better if the footer was not quite white because it blends in a bit too much. Now I am going to go and disable the plugin. I'm going to go to plugins, disable, and we'll just give this a quick double check. Make sure that I lose everything. And I do. Unfortunately, I did lose everything again. That's no fun. Let me go ahead and activate it there. So you can actually use this with your page builder if you just wanted to use this tool to create custom headers and footers. You can easily do that. There's, let's see, on their documentation site, I think it's right here, maybe in the how-tos. If I click on this, they have actually a video on how to do it with Elementor. It's right here, using Oxygen with page builders. It's right there. So, okay, so I've shown you a couple how to do certain things with this tool. I do like some things about it. I do like that you have full control, but you have to ask yourself if you want full control at the cost of complexity. Okay, so you've got to put yourself in one of those categories. And I do like all the designs that it comes with. I think they're fantastic. I think whoever they have doing their design work, some other page builders might do well to hire those same people to make some templates. They've got some really nice looking designs here. I think it's great. Although, you know, the designs sometimes sell a product, but the thing is I think the person that's going to want to buy this would probably want to design their own stuff from scratch. But I really like the headers and the footers and the design sets. I think they got a lot of things right, but this is just not a simple tool to use, and you've got to decide whether that's good or bad for you. I can say for me individually, it's a bad thing for me. I want simplicity. I want something that's easy to use. I want something that's very intuitive. So anyways, I think this boils down to asking yourself, do you want fine-grained control of every aspect of the website at the expense of losing the simplicity and the usability of this? Now, if you're building websites that you then hand over to your clients, you probably don't want to use Oxygen because they're not going to, it's so complicated to go in there. The person that's buying the website's not going to go in there and change something. You've got other page builders like Beaver Builder and Elementor. You can then turn over control to your clients, and it's really not that hard to figure out what to click to change something. But with this, it's different. There's a lot more opportunities for someone to click on the wrong thing and have it change things so much that it breaks or it visually looks broken. So there's a lot of things to consider with Oxygen. I do think it shows promise. I do think a tool like this is maybe a little late to the party. I think that this probably would have done really well in 2012, 13, and 14. But here we are, we're 2017, and we're entering this world where everything's a lot easier web-wise to build and put together. And I think it benefits the person building it and the person that's going to use the website. So Oxygen's neat. I personally don't see myself as the right fit for it, but maybe you are the right fit. I will have information on it down below. Now, if you are an Oxygen user, I want to hear why you use it down below. And if you're considering using Oxygen, I'd like to hear from you down below as well. Hey, once again, thank you for watching this video.